Hi folks, it's a beautiful mid-September day here in the northern Susitna Valley. Like to do something a little bit different. One of my previous videos, I did a video on a classic car, 57 Oldsmobile, 50 Oldsmobile, I don't remember which year, I'm sorry. I did a video on that was pretty well received. I like to mess around with a lot of old cars and trucks, so I do run across classics. And so I kind of wanted to do a few videos on some of these vehicles that I find myself working on, um, just to kind of give y'all my audience an idea on what these old trucks and cars look like up here in Alaska. So we're going to start here with my 1976 Chevrolet C30 pickup truck. It's a one-ton dually with a big block 454, a turbo 400 transmission, and it is a camper special with the Cheyenne trim package. So we're just going to go up here and I'm going to show you around a little bit. So this truck I purchased 2 years ago here in Wasilla, and um, the gal was the fourth owner, and it turns out this truck, after I purchased it, found all the original paperwork for it, registration from 1976, all of that stuff. And I found some various oil change paperwork and some lube work and what have you, and determined this truck only really does have 22,000 original miles. It's obviously dusty in here, a little dirty, but this truck's actually really nice. She does have a little bit of rust. The fenders and inner fenders are pretty toast on this, though I do have a nice pair of fenders for this truck. I'll just have to get them repainted to match this. So we're just going to go into the cab here. Pretty nice in here, pretty minty. The seat's not all broken down. It's got a couple little tears, but the seat's not broken down or really even sagging yet. There's only one crack in the dash pad, and we're just going to start this up. Nice and easy. 8-track player works. I think it's not on the radio setting. It's got maps in the door pockets and all kinds of other neat stuff. I found all the original paperwork for this truck under the seat, and I put it in a little folder. I won't pull that out right now. And so this is pretty nice truck. I'm not really too familiar with the real early 70s on their trim packages that they had, but it's not often that I run across a Cheyenne that is this nice. It has a lot of options. Sorry, I'm just reaching under here for something. Usually, a Scottsdale was the more plush trucks. I've had a few camper specials over the years from the 70s that were just like that. So so when I got this truck, yeah, it only had 22,000 miles on it, but because it sat for the majority of its life, it had brake issues. The gal had this down in Homer, the last owner had this in Homer, supposedly somewhere around Hope. On the way back north, one of the brake calipers stuck, and amazingly, the truck didn't burn, but she burned up the brakes. So this truck had to be towed, and I ended up putting new calipers and bearings and brake lines, and basically I fixed the whole front end up. Got a new pan gasket and filter for the transmission. I did the fluid on the rear axle. Everything's been greased up. She's not perfect. I'm just going to put the hood down. We'll go on the camper. She's not perfect compared to some of y'all trucks that you find down the lower 48, but for an Alaska truck, and mind you, this truck's only been in Alaska since I found a 1991 receipt. That was the first receipt of Alaska that I found. 1987, I think, was another receipt that was in Washington. So somewhere between that time and 91 it came up to Alaska. This is the inside of the camper. I used to live in here when I was working out of Anchorage, but now I'm not worrying about that. So the truck's here. It's all cleaned up for the most part. She's pretty much ready to use, other than I got to put a little bit of gas in the truck and fill up the propane tanks. Here's another truck that we'll focus on later. I don't want to get off topic, but that's also another truck that's in pretty nice shape. So that's pretty much it. This thing rides so nice. This thing drives so well. It's just ridiculous how nice this truck is. It really is. It is the definition of an old grandpa truck. You know, it's now up to par, mostly up to par on the mechanical stuff. Doesn't burn oil, doesn't leak oil. Transmission shifts well. This thing rocks at 7 miles an hour, so it's pretty nice. Because someone's going to ask, I have a tarp. I have a double layer tarp on top because this camper is from 1976, and even though it's been patched up, there's still one little leak, and I don't want to have my camper rot out too soon. Yeah, the camper is old. Eventually I'm going to replace it. I want to get a nice Arctic Fox type camper, one with pullouts and what have you, but that's down the road. But for now, we have this really nice example of a mid-70s truck and camper. So let me know, folks, how you like this this video talking about this old truck. I have other vehicles that I'll do videos on, but let me know what you think in the comments. Give me a like, give me a subscription. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.